Today we will be exploring the amazing tale of Pelorus Jack, a dolphin that spent 24 years helping ships safely navigate the tricky waters of New Zealand. Pelorus wasn't just any dolphin. He was a rare gem in more ways than one. This unique dolphin was a trusted guide, so much so that some ships waited for him before continuing their journey. Thanks to this incredible dolphin, one of the first global movements to save wildlife was started. Welcome back to another nautical adventure, and today we will tell you about the most famous dolphin from maritime history and his incredible legacy. But before we start, subscribe to Nautical Depths and hit the bell icon. And that being said, let's dive into this fascinating tale. Pelorus Jack measured around 4 meters, or 13 feet in length. He displayed a distinct appearance with a white hue adorned with great lines or shadings and a circular white head. Despite its sex remaining undetermined, photographic identification pointed to Pelorus Jack as a Risso's dolphin, specifically Grampus griseus. The Risso dolphin is a rare species in New Zealand's waters, with only 12 reported sightings of this kind in the region. Risso's dolphins, also known as gray dolphins, inhabit tropical and temperate waters globally, like the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, and Mediterranean. Their demeanor varies, with most being reserved, although a few exhibits a more sociable nature. They tend to stay near the water's surface, engaging in activities like breaching, flapping their flippers and tails, and protruding their round heads into the open air. Preferring to congregate in pods of up to 30, they occasionally embark on solo ventures. These stocky dolphins, weighing between 300 to 500 kilograms, can reach lengths of up to 3 meters and have an average lifespan of around 35 years. Their bodies often bear deep scars on their white, gray, or brown skin, remnants of encounters with other dolphins. Pelorus was initially observed in the late 19th century. His distinctive behavior of swimming alongside and leading ships captured the fascination of sailors and seafarers. Over the years, he evolved into a cherished symbol of luck and safeguard for sailors navigating the dangerous waters of the Sound. Local lore attributes his name to Pelorus Sound, and it was at the entrance to this waterway where he routinely met and accomplished ships. Pelorus Sound stands as the largest among the sounds constituting the Marlborough Sounds, situated at the northern tip of New Zealand's South Island. From a geographical standpoint, a sound represents a relatively narrow channel of sea or ocean connected to a larger body of water. Pelorus Jack was initially sighted by witnesses in 1888. While traveling near French Pass between D'Urville Island and South Island, passengers aboard the schooner Brindle observed a white Risso's dolphin, approximately 4 meters in length, swimming at the ship's front. This unique dolphin accompanied the schooner for about 24 hours, appearing to guide it to safer waters. Subsequent incidences of a similar nature occurred over the next years. Typically, it stayed in close proximity to a vessel for approximately 20 minutes. Notably, its guidance played a crucial role in preventing shipwrecks and incidents involving rocks and hazardous currents in that dangerous region. Consequently, some ships opted to wait for the dolphin to emerge before navigating through that dangerous section. The gender of Pelorus Jack remained unconfirmed, although photographic analysts suggest it was likely male, given that males tend to be larger than females. When the first-time sailors and other people saw the dolphin, they don't talk about guiding. In fact, they merely thought of him as a friendly and jolly dolphin who likes to follow ships. That's why they described the animal as a typical dolphin, doing things around the ships, like having fun playing in the waves created by the boats. One eyewitness account of Jack's behavior comes from a journalist who traveled to New Zealand specifically to see if Pelorus Jack was real. In a 1906 article in the Stranded magazine, the journalist said, "I leaned over and watched him carefully. He seemed to pivot himself on his tail, which was close to our boat's front, while his head and body, almost upright in the water, moved from side to side of our rushing boat. Then he dived under our boat, then shot ahead again, and turning a complete somersault, treated us to what I can only describe as a display of marine hurdle racing, with a circus exhibition thrown in. Contrary to what is commonly said today, Jack didn't usually stay with a particular ship throughout the entire stretch of the strait he considered home, especially when a new ship appeared. Again, according to the 1906 The Stranded magazine, occasionally, when in a particularly friendly mood, he follows a steamer for a considerable distance, sometimes for half an hour. At other times, possibly when he had pressing business on hand, he only stays for a few minutes. Sometimes when he is playing with one steamer, another comes conveniently from the opposite direction, and as they pass, he shifts his attention to the newcomer and goes along with her. In another account reported in the July 1911 edition of The Rudder, in an article titled "A Wonder of the World," it states, if the steamer stops to take fish for the Wellington market from an intercepting oil launch, as her speed slows down, Jack leaves her, showing his impatience by occasionally leaping out of the water a few cable lengths away until the propeller turns again and the vessel picks up speed, when he immediately resumes his playful behavior at the front. One moment darting ahead, the next deep like a gray phantom, close up under the starboard front, diving under the keel to port, swimming quietly ahead, quickly as though back in the curve of the front, rolling over joyously, darting ahead and leaping bodily out of the water. The first time where there was a direct suggestion that Jack might be leading ships rather than just a rumor was in July 1917, 5 years after Jack disappeared. The Mid-Pacific magazine mentioned, if Jack is busy taking in one ship, other ships have to wait until he returns for them. Over the years, Jack's fame grew, and many passengers sailed the Nelson-Wellington route just to see him. This included well-known figures such as American writer Mark Twain and English author Frank T. Bullen. Unfortunately, Pelorus experienced both good and bad treatments from humans. One time, photographers tormented him during a trip to take some photos. Similarly, once a passenger threw coins and empty bottles at him on the way back. On a particular day at the SS Penguin, a ferry steamer sailed by, a drunken passenger decided to shoot at the beloved Dolphin. Although not fatally wounded, observers noticed blood and scars. After this incident, Pelorus Jack avoided any interaction with people aboard the SS Penguin or the vessel itself. Ironically, in 1909, the SS Penguin became the only one among the numerous ships traveling between Wellington and the mainland to hit ground and sink. The question arose, was it an attack or deliberately sabotaged? News of the attempt on Jack's life reached the New Zealand government, leading to the passage of the Sea Fisheries Act to protect the famous dolphin. It marked the first time an individual sea creature received legal protection from a government. This groundbreaking law later influenced regulations for the protection of other beneficial marine animals, such as seabirds during wartime. Today's global marine conservation efforts trace their roots back to this early New Zealand law and the legacy of Pelorus Jack. Pelorus continued to be protected by law and met ships for several more years before passing away from natural causes. His carcass was discovered by Charlie Moyler, the lightkeeper at French Pass, shortly before the Great War. His contributions and observations are now preserved in the digital archive named the Encyclopedia of New Zealand. This archive documents various monuments, images, military vessels, like the Pelorus Jack II, and even a chocolate bar celebrating the renowned Dolphin. A Scottish country dance named the Dolphin Reel, inspired by this marine hero and enduring tourist attraction, is also part of this collection. In the end, this friendly dolphin of New Zealand's waters left a lasting legacy. His story paved the way for the protection of marine life, inspiring laws that echo globally. Although he no longer graces the seas, his spirit lives on, reminding us to cherish and protect our marine friends. If you liked this video, subscribe to the Nautical Depths and hit the bell icon to stay updated with upcoming adventures.